Welcome to the 1990s Gladiator round tournament. This is a second round matchup. Andreas Munzer versus Paul Dillet. Now, on paper, and it appears Andreas Munzer has no chance in this whatsoever. And judging by this front relaxed position, he is being so dwarfed that it's not even funny. Of course, when you look at the legs there, Andreas known for a good set of legs. And Paul does not have small legs, but Andreas, wow, he's definitely doing battle in that area. But, come on, look at that presentful big upper body of Paul. Little tiny little wee waist as well. One of the smallest waists of any big man in the business. Paul Dillet 1-0, beyond the shadow of a doubt. Here in the front double bicep, and Paul picks up point number 2. Wow, look at those guns on Paul. Just dwarfing that of Andreas Munzer's. Andreas got a good set of arms, though. Piece by piece, he is good, but I don't know, there's something about this front double bicep that I find just not aesthetic for Andreas Munzer. Don't get me wrong, look at those legs. He does look good. It's definitely a force to be reckoned with as far as a front double bicep. But look at Paul. My soul, that little waist. Big calves, too. Small waist, big calves. Anyway, we won't discuss that right now. Paul Dillet, 2-0. This front lat spread is Andreas Munzer's pose. I don't think anybody could beat him in this. Perhaps Dorian, but even that would be quite a battle. Andreas is just too crisp. Look at those legs. Usually a leg-dominant guy, but in this pose, those lats just boom out on each side and just create such a flow and symmetry and awesome proportions for Andreas in this maneuver. Now, poor Paul, never really could quite get this correct. One lat would always stick out way farther than the other. No symmetry there whatsoever. Andreas gets 1 point here with ease. The front lat spread. The side chest was never a good pose for my friend Andreas. He's losing out on a 3rd point here. Paul Dillet. Wow. This here side chest of Paul Dillet, that is going to be a force to be reckoned with in this tournament. If he is able to pass Andreas Munzer, that is. So 3-1 for Big Paul. Andreas Munzer battles back here in the side tricep. I love Andreas's side tricep. Now, even the other version I'm not quite a fan of, but the way he hits it is awesome. Look how striated, and there's feathering in that tricep. Unreal. I have no idea what Paul's problem is when he hits this side tricep. He just goes to nothing. He really needed to improve on the way he hit this. Andreas Munzer picks up a very vital point here. This is an awesome little matchup. And these back comparisons will really be a telling tale. These are vital points here, everyone. Andreas Munzer is tying things up here in the rear lat spread. Paul Dillet always suffered in these poses. This is a little bit later on his career. He's a little bit distended in the waistline. But you should have seen the earlier rear lat spreads of Paul. Even worse. Andreas, more than a decent rear lat spread here. Awesome. Definitely picks up a point in my opinion. Here in the rear double bicep, and Andreas gets another point in my opinion. Now this is a lot closer. Look at those glutes and hamstrings on Paul Dillet. I'm definitely not ignoring that at all. But that back development is just so terrible in my opinion compared to those arms. I mean, that back belongs to a 212 bodybuilder. Look at that ripped and striated back development on Andreas Munzer. Hard as granite. Unreal. But those little tiny glutes. I could even see how somebody could pick Paul Dillet here. Not me. That's just hard graininess compared to a marshmallow, like throwing a hammer at a 2x4. So Andreas, he is in the lead in this competition for the first time. And Paul gets one back in the ab and thigh shot. Now, yes, Andreas has that feathering in the thigh. Nobody could ignore that. But Paul has a great set of wheels. Look at the separation. Now, I'm not saying that he's winning in that aspect. When you look at the waistlines and the ab development, there is just no way Andreas is taking this one. Paul Dillet, one of the biggest, most fantasticest ab and thighs in the business. Paul Dillet, what a great athlete. So this one is right down to the nail, guys. And it's right down to this most muscular pose. And I have to say, this is one of the more difficult judging ventures that I've ever gone on. Now, in my mind, this one will always remain somewhat inconclusive, because I cannot say which one is better here and the most muscular. I'm leaning slightly towards Paul. He is just that much larger. Now, of course, Andreas is about 1,000,000 times harder and grainier, but I think Paul is at 1,000,001 times larger and better shape, the overall silhouette, than Andreas. But I mean, come on. Nobody in the world is that conditioned like Andreas Munzer here. Look at this chest. Look at the biceps, the legs. I have to give this man credit. He gave Paul Dillet one good run for his money. Paul Dillet's a very top seed in this tournament. Of course, he advances, and he will face Kevin Levrone in the semifinal matchup. Now, talk about top seeds. Mr. Levrone is one of, if not the top seed. Of course, look over on the other side. There's 4 gentlemen right there that would stake claim to that. Dorian Yates versus Flex Wheeler is the next one in this tournament. One to look forward to for sure. Hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day.